Alright, hey guys. Today I'll be covering RV Robo, or the Turbo Megazord from Gekisou Sentai Carranger and Power Rangers Turbo. So, as you can see, there's 5 of these. They're all numbered accordingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stickers on top. In Power Rangers, they're known as the Turbo Zords, but really they're just cars. That's what I do like about these, is that they're cars this time instead of animals, like before, like before they had, dinosaurs, mythical animals. Cars is a nice change. But in the show, this was known as Red Lightning, Mountain Blaster, Desert Thunder, Dune Star, and Wind Chaser. In Carranger, they were referred to pretty simply: red vehicle, blue vehicle, green vehicle, yellow vehicle, and pink vehicle. Even though this is mostly white, it was designated as pink because there's a Pink Ranger in the show. Yeah, I like that a lot better. It's a lot easier to remember. Now the previous owner who had this had them panel lined, as you can see there. Normally I don't bother to panel line my stuff because, for one, I just don't care to do it, and 2, I'd probably screw it up. But this person did a pretty good job of panel lining because yeah, you can see right there that turned out pretty good, and there's some right there, and kind of see the reflection of the camera. And then on this one, this probably shows up the best since it's on white. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this turned out pretty good. So, because usually when people panel line figures, it just looks terrible. But yeah, that's about it for that. So in the show, or well, in both shows, these would all combine to form RV Robo, or the Turbo Megazord. So what would happen is you'd get number 2 here. I'm just gonna pull this apart, and then there's some more panel lining right there. These are gonna lift up. These 2 peg type things come out, and then that's it for that. For this one, just pull this front part up, and same thing for this one. Now what would happen is you just kind of, you can drive these in here. They should just lock in place. And same thing for this one. Just like that. Alright. So for this is just going to split in half. And as this is driving back, you got a hand that folds out, joint, and then the door, pull that out. You want to make sure that's out, so it's like an arm. And then same thing for this one: hand, joint, and door. If I can get it there. And then the joint should just kind of, you want to make sure you put it straight into the back tire, or else it's just going to keep folding in. There you go. And so this is kind of like, all one big car. Next, you just, where it says Power Vehicle 2, just pull that down. And then, once you got that down, you're going to take this one, and when you put this in, you want to make sure that these 2 halves are actually separated, because if they're not separated, there's a little door back here that flaps in, and if they're not separated, it's not going to open, so meaning this one won't be able to go in. So when you have those 2 separated, you're just gonna, there's a little kind of clip thing right there, it's just gonna clip in to this thing right here. So just put that in there, and when they were doing this in the show, they'd be doing it at like 200 miles an hour. But yeah, so finally you're just gonna pull these two parts up right there, and then they would hit the brakes, and this whole thing would stand up and stand up just like that. And then next, take this front part, the top part, pull that back, and then the head's gonna come up, and then finally push this up, and then push that in right there. And then there it is, RV Robo or Turbo Megazord. Zoom in. So yeah, here it is. You know, even though I didn't really watch Turbo, I do really like this one because, you know, yeah, one reason could be because, yeah, you know, it's the Sentai version, but even the US version looks good because there's not a huge difference between the two. Mainly just, you know, these chrome parts right here. There's some chrome right here on this part, on the arms. That's really about it. As far as I know. I don't have the American one, but I know on the American one there was some other, like this part was, you know, gray plastic, and, you know, this part, and I think like some parts on red was changed to plastic as well. Also, though, since, you know, this is the Japanese version, also they changed the hilt of the sword right here. It's all gold. The American one was just gray plastic. So that just fit into his hand like that. And then finally the shield. Once again, this is all chromed out right here. The other one is just, again, it was like a dull plastic, so it wasn't like, you know, kind of reflective like that one is. And this would just kind of fit into his hand. It doesn't really like fit into his hand really well. It just kind of sits in there. But that's kind of the best I can do for that. And if you want a close up of his face there, his head. It's a pretty nice looking head. Yeah. Also on the instruction manual, I don't know what the reasoning for this is, but it shows like for this part on the shield here, there's like a hole right here on the back of the arm. So basically what they're showing is that the hole, you can just kind of, you know, push that in there like that. And I don't know what purpose that serves, but it just you know, it's, I guess, another way of storing the shield. But yeah, that's really it for that. So yeah, but yeah, I really like this one. It's a personal favorite, and this is really, like, this is actually the only one I have from Turbo or Carranger, same difference. But yeah, there, as always, I always have to say posability is kind of limited. Not much from the legs. Obviously the arms are gonna, you know, move around. That's about it. That's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. See ya.